Welcome back. Turmoil at the top ranks of the NFL as Miami Dolphins owner Stephen Ross quits the league's Social Justice Committee. Ross was a founding member of that committee, which is made up of former players and team owners, as well as hip-hop and business mogul Jay-Z. Ross received backlash for his support of President Trump and was criticized for hosting a fundraiser for Trump earlier this month. Upon his exit from the committee, Ross vowed to focus his efforts on an initiative called RISE, a nonprofit with a mission of eliminating racial discrimination and improving race relations in sports. And joining us now to talk more about this, entrepreneur and former NFL player Jack Brewer. Jack, thanks for being here.
Great to be back on the show, John.
Great to talk to you as always. You wrote an article recently, it's up on Newsmax.com, about JD's partnership with the NFL on social justice. And you say there's one thing that is a little disturbing about this. It's the history of all the anti-police rhetoric we've heard from Jay-Z. What's your take on this?
Yeah, for me, I've actually been praying for Jay-Z, because I see this as an opportunity for him to really change his messaging to more positivity. If you listen, and I've been a Jay-Z fan all my life, and so, a lot of his music seeps into the eyes and ears of some kids that really can't take his music, and it affects them negatively. I mean, he talks about police, about running from officers, using the words like F the cops. And so, those type of things, affect the youth a lot. And that's why you're seeing so much out there right now. I mean, from dumping water on police officers to, spitting on them, harassing them, and the anti-police rhetoric that's growing around our nation. It just has to stop. We got to get back to respect, not just respecting police officers, but respecting ourselves, our communities, our teachers. It's really an epidemic.
Yeah, and everybody can change. And Jay-Z has taken some criticism for this from the players. And the Miami Dolphins, their head coach, actually drew some criticism this week when he decided to play 8 straight Jay-Z songs in practice. It was seen as a way to dig wide receiver Kenny Stills, who is one of the current players, criticizing Jay-Z's partnership with the NFL. He says it undermines the work Colin Kaepernick, he and others were trying to do. Stills is also promising to take a knee on the field this season. What do you think about this? I mean, should the Dolphins be kind of stirring the pot like this, playing the Jay-Z music at practice?
It's really sad. You have one side, and just 2-3 months ago, they were together. Jay-Z passed up opportunities to play at the Super Bowl in support of Colin Kaepernick. But when did it become cool to be anti-cops? When did it become cool to paint blanket pictures on people? We have bad cops. They need to be dealt with, right? But we also have a lot of good cops. And no matter if it's Kenny Stills or any of the other guys who choose to kneel or protest, if something happens at their home, if something happens to their families, they're going to call the cops. And so we got to sit back and take a step back. And I think the NFL and everything that's going on, this is our opportunity to have that conversation because, we got to stop painting wide stroke brushes on people and labeling all people as bad when, in fact, people are protecting and serving.
Right. That's a good point. And, more people should do what you do, and that's go into these communities and work with the youth and make sure that they have positive male role models. It's very important what you're doing, Jack, and we love to have you in the program. We appreciate the work you're doing on Newsmax.com. Great to see you as always.
Thanks again, John. God bless you, man.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest-growing news channel, now in 65 million homes. Get Newsmax TV on all the major cable systems or go to NewsmaxTV.com and click on the Find Newsmax tab to locate us. Remember, Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.